Hey everybody, Engineer Coffee, welcome back to Mars. Last episode was just a little bit choppy. I was able to get quite a bit of stuff done around the base overall, and then we were able to get this half of the building mostly done. I've got the elevator stuff behind me that I still have not done, pretty much picking up where I left off from the last episode. But I don't want to work on this interior right now, so we're going to go do something else. All right, so again, as a reminder, there are tons of units here to fill in. I think we've got, I don't know, 15 or something submissions. So there's like 15 on this side, there's 15 on the other side, and then there's like 8 here. So there's 16 on the interior. And I'm contemplating putting, you know, like another row, because we're only 3 wide. We could go 5 wide and have 2 on the sides, and maybe they only go 3 tall, maybe they go 4, maybe they go all the way 5. I don't know, but we could use the roof for turrets or more landing pads or whatever. So there is tons of spots. I'm totally okay with this going on pretty much the entire series long, and we'll just keep filling it in with apartments. Okay, so on the note of apartments, that's what I want to get working on today. I want to get the fabrication center to start making these things in vanilla, and then we'll probably have like the latter end of the episode being highlight reel for the next set of submissions. We'll see how that goes. But yeah, I think this space is where I want to put it. So here on the other side, it goes down a level, and I think this is where it would be good to have some truck bays or garages or something in there. We'll have to have some way to get down there to that control room as well. But on this side, it's pretty flush with the ground. A unit will still fit in there. You can see that this guy is level. This guy just gets lost underneath. Actually, I think it ends there. I never even built that. Alright, so the plan is I want to put a control center here, and then I want the actual fabrication to be underground, and we'll have like a bay door that slides open and the new units get pushed up. So we'll have to have it pretty long, because I don't know exactly what you guys are coming up with. I think it should be this width still, so we should be fine there. Then we'll kind of build a border right here to build it in, and then we'll have like a welder wall underneath here that'll push out and weld it all up. And then we'll have to come up with some type of ship to move things around, some type of tug that hauls them around, and maybe we'll, you know, have the tug park in one of these spots, or maybe it'll have its own bay underneath the ground. I don't know, but let's go ahead and get started. Luckily, we've got cargo access right here, and everything is plumbed up, so that's really nice. But yeah, I'm thinking this building will be pretty much permanent. I can go all the way to the wall and attach, and that's totally fine. And then we'll have some type of transition here, and maybe we'll come out to there. I'm not really sure. That kind of melts up pretty good. Alright, and then we did this on the Tardigrade. We used these windows and angled them this direction. I think that will look really good, because we're going to look down into the pit. I was thinking about doing these ones, but they're angled just a little too much, and then when you're up at the railing, you can't really see much further anyway. You're standing here, and it, you know, it blocks by the console here. As opposed to this, you get a much better view down. And then I think the angle just looks a lot nicer as well. We'll have to fill in with that, obviously. Keep it pressurized. Alright, then I think we'll angle it back like this with the same windows. Let's go back and find what toolbar I put that on. There we go. Yeah, there we go. Then we can just put these up. I think that'll be just fine. Right, there we go. Now we got a nice little overlook for our fabrication. We'll put some type of elevator or stairs or something to get down a level to get to the manufacturing, and then also over here we need to get our elevator controls in like we have on the other side. See, this would make a decent window, wouldn't it? Might be a little much on the glass, but it might have one that's overhanging it anyway, so it might not matter. And I'm thinking we're just going to put a button panel up here, kind of like we had on the Skeeter factory, where it's just, you know, buttons to select and start the process. So we just need to have a control panel to get to the blueprint, and then just kind of go and open the doors. So I think a button panel is fine, and then we can have like desks along the back wall here, but we'll leave this pretty much open to be able to see. I think that'll be good. Yeah, I'm thinking maybe we'll put lab desks along the wall. That might be a little too close, right? To make a little bit of a cubicle space. Yeah, let's do that. Okay, well, the game crashed. I don't know if it's those desks are still glitchy. I thought they fixed that. Hopefully we didn't lose too much progress. Probably is those desks. I'll probably wait to put that in. So we'll just figure the space out first. Alright, let's run this piping along the wall here. And I've got cargo up there and then a refill there. Oop. And we can always take this over for vents or something if we need to. Alright, there we go. Now we got cargo access, we got refill. It's working, that's good. means we're all plumbed up, which means I can get rid of this now. Okay, I like it. I'm thinking we're going to have stairs down instead of an elevator. I don't really want to mess with another elevator just to go down one level. I think it'll be good to just have some stairs. Maybe we can just come down this way. Maybe on this side we can put like the employee bathroom or something. I was going to grab the lobster and weld the outside, but we're right here and we have cargo access, so this really doesn't take that long. Alright, these walls are just kind of placeholders for now, but here is our control center. Big view. You'll be able to see down into the pit. I don't even think we need a vent because we have these open conveyors here that'll let air into this room. So as long as we vent this space, we should be fine. I'm still debating if we put a railing right here or not. You know me and railings. Yeah, I like the railing. That looks pretty good. But I don't really want to spend all my time here on the interior. I still don't know exactly what I want to do with it. Stairs there, maybe bathroom there, so maybe a couple offices here. That's not too big of a deal. And then the roof will just be solid because we've got apartments that are going to come up in here. And then we'll just make sure it is flush with this block. We won't come up into this one because some of the builds are using that space, which is totally fine. Yeah, that looks pretty cool from the outside. I like that. I feel like it needs some orange though. I don't know, maybe if we put an orange stripe in it? Like we just orange this part. Alright, now we can take this guy off. Now I have
no
cargo access and apparently no energy. And I'm thinking I'm just going to create a perimeter like this, like a border wall. See, these are only 9 long, and I said people could go like, I don't know, 3 or 4 blocks past, so we'll make sure we're at least out 13. Let's see, we need to clear that, so we at least need to come out to here. So I think I will take this up there, and then we'll take these guys out. Alright, there we go. That will be our pit that we will manufacture in, and then we'll push them out. Alright, I was thinking about having a door on it, like that slid underneath the ground, but we're sloping pretty good over here. I have to go pretty deep to get the door to slide in, unless we have it slide from just one side. I think having a 2-door one would be much better looking. So now I'm not sure what to do. See, we could have the door mechanism in here, like the pistons are actually, you know, extending out and then retracting back in for the doors. That would save on the mechanism having to stick out here. And then it would need to be 1, 2, 3.5, which that is one of them. There's 3.5, and we are still kind of in that voxel. So if we drop down one, before we do this, we should be okay. All right, I want it to be fairly wide because we're going to be messing with voxels as we dig down there, so we don't want it to look weird on the other side. Well, I guess we'll just put this layer in. It's kind of merging into the voxel, so that's cool. Kind of like having to work around the terrain. I think it makes it more interesting. And this shouldn't have a border on it. Yeah, that should be fine. That's going to pop up through, which is a little annoying. Gotta work smarter, not harder. Let's get Lobster in here welding up. He's got like 9,000 steel plates, so I think he can handle it. Alright, and this reminds me, the bridge crane blueprint is on the workshop. It has the parking spot with Ted for the Lobster here. Lobster should already be on the workshop. I did get my mod IO fixed, so it's on there. I still need to work on the backlog of getting these other things onto mod IO. I guess we'll just keep him down here. He's got plenty of battery. But yeah, make sure you check out the bridge crane blueprint on the workshop. I did some improvements since the last time we were over there, so it runs pretty smooth. I'm pretty proud of it. And then there is a programming guide, in case you're wondering how in the hell I did what I did. You can see all the program stuff behind it. So let's go ahead and dig down now. Do we want to do like drills or anything crazy? I'm wondering if I should set up a drill. I don't really have a drill rig. Other than the Clangscavator, I could get him in here and start digging out, but I feel like that's going to be real awkward. Kind of cool, though. Alright, let's hop in the old Clangscavator. It's been a while since we've used this guy. Should be fine. If I can remember all the controls. Oh, our batteries are off now. We need to charge those. There we go. Now I have control. Okay, and our clamps are locked. And we pull up our things. There we go. Okay, still working. Would probably put a gentler slope on that ramp there, but that's alright. Maybe I should have the Tardigrade drive us over. This is gonna be a long drive. I don't know why I'm using the shadow as a road here, but it seems to make sense. Alright, this will either look really cool or it'll be really dumb. Either one, it should be entertaining. So, yeah, let's go ahead and lower its landing legs here and lock it to the ground, and then we'll start digging. Let's see, I gotta unlock all of my hinges and rotors, though. There we go.
Critical.
Alright, well, fun fact, this doesn't have an oxygen tank on it. Oh, it does have an oxygen tank. We did put one on. It just has no oxygen in it. Oops. Okay. I was thinking we should put one of those small ones on there, but we got one. Okay. Yeah, it was completely empty. I, was suffocating there at the end. But, that was pretty fun. It worked out pretty good for, I don't know, we're probably only like half the depth that we need to, but, it was a lot of fun to operate. I need to get used to the controls again, though. It was a little jarring. Alright, let's see if we can strategically get this guy off the, lip here. Sometimes I wish this actually had tank tread control. It's kind of close. Alright, because this slopes here, I think I'm going to drop this guy down one level, so we'll just line him with pipes. Alright, then here's our mounting spot for our piston. That should work there. And I didn't think I could place that in the voxel. That's a little weird. Okay. Let's say we're like almost 2.5, a little bit over 2.5 actually, so we need to come out 1 plus another minus the thickness, and I think these are like 0.032, if I remember right. Alright, I think we can do these on the edge because it'll actually be pushed out there further. There we go, like that. So now we just need to come over a half a block. There we go. That should reach us the halfway mark. We'll have to get it welded up to make sure that's right. But then that guy is into the block there, so we won't see that edge so bad. Yeah, I think that'll work great. We just need to do it to the other side. Alright, now should I just do it straight across, or should I have like a tooth on it? No, I don't want to do that, because then I would have to extend... Yeah, we'd have to change the extension if we had like a piece sticking out and then back in. We'll just do flush. I think that'll be fine. It'll match the rail factory a little bit, I guess, with just being a straight door. I think that's okay. There's my merge point. That one and that one. Still have all parts on us. There we go. Alright, there we go. We got the Hab Fab. So now I got all 4 of those pistons. Now, we have the minimum. Now we need the maximum. We just need to go out 3.5 blocks. Alright, let's check these clearances first. Let's get a couple of those welded up. Okay, well, maybe these have a little bit different depth than I think. Alright, 1.1 looks pretty good. I don't know what the offset of these blast doors are. I think we want this at 9.85. It's going to extend, like, way out. Because we want to get, yeah, 1, 2, 3.5 blocks out. And then we need to make sure we come out 4 blocks. Well, 3.5 to extend out, but we might as well do 4. Maybe I should do a projection. Alright, there we go. Now we have a projection, so now we can use it to grind out the blocks that we need to. Because this one's going to be a little bit more precise on this side, that we don't want to screw up the voxels of the slope. Just to make sure it's not poking out anywhere. We got that going for us. It's not poking out, so we should be fine there. Now I just got to be precise about drilling it out. Alright, for now I'm just going to worry about the bottom. Looks like if I dig right in the middle... Oh, it's actually a little high. Maybe we will drop down just a bit. I think I'm good. We'll just let cleanup take care of those little pieces of stone. Alright, let's see. Yeah, I had to go up to like 10 million here on the non-impulse. It's really weird. Let's make sure they're all that way though. Alright, looks like we're hitting somewhere over here. There it is. Oof. Alright, so we need to weld up 3 tall, but actually we need to do 5, because some have kind of dipped down into this space, and some have dipped up into this space, so we need to have it at least 5 tall, which means this hole needs to go way deeper. Okay, we don't need it there, so the mechanism clears. That'll be our main welding area there, and then we need to go 1 more down for the floor. I could definitely put this in. I don't know how that looks. Does that look okay with the concrete? Yeah, it looks pretty decent. I guess we'll do it like that, and then we can have these ribs here as our pickup points to push it up. Yeah, that'll work. Obviously not there. I'm just using it to space it out. Alright, put a mag plate on here. Let's see if this works. Let's see if we have enough power to lift him up. Definitely not. Actually, are we locked to the ground? We might be locked to the ground. We are locked to the ground. That'll do it. Oh yeah, there we go. That looks so dumb. But we're doing it. Probably should have done more gap here, because I feel like that's probably not great. I feel like we're burning the machine here. Okay, there we go. Alright, well, we're locked down. It's not the smoothest terrain to be on, but I think we can get it working. This is the most inefficient way to dig this hole for sure. But I'm okay with that. Alright, the terrain clearing mode button is a game changer. It definitely helps this process for sure. Even though these things require steel plate, they start with interior plate. I kind of wish they started with steel plate for the recipe, because it would make building a lot easier. Because then I could put blocks down and these blocks down without having to have multiple types in my inventory. That would be really nice. Let's see, it's probably going to want to place on the middle. It is, which means I do need steel plate. Let's see, we are 15 across, so I can just do these the entire time, and then we'll just tear them up. Alright, let's see if I can dig down and find that one. I am still locked, right? Yeah, I'm just really wobbly. Oh, only one is locked down? Is that the deal? Yeah, we lost the lock on the other one. Alright, let's make sure we're nice and level. This guy is in an awkward position for sure. Okay, there we go. We're attached. We're level. Let's go ahead and get in the cab. Pull the arm up. Okay. Now, moment of truth. Can we unlock? Okay. Hoping to get him down into the hole, but I don't think I'm going to be able to do that. Let's just manually clear out some of this. There we go. Back in the hole we go. Oh, well, that worked out pretty good. I think we're all the way to the edge. Yeah, definitely are. Sweet. Worked out pretty good. I'm pretty happy with that. I guess we missed a little bit here on the side wall. That's alright, we can get that by hand. Let's get this guy all stowed away and let's get him out of here. Alright, it definitely likes to tilt us around a little bit. Let's get it out as soon as possible. Okay, well I was higher off the ground than I thought. Alright, well this is the hole to get out, and that's the width of the unit. We should probably come in a little bit and around, so we can actually like walk around the unit, and then maybe we can put some like floodlights and other things in here. So this should cove back. Really wish we had some more 45-degree angle decorations. That would be very nice. Which of course means I should have dug out more, but that's okay. As long as it plays nice while I dig out and it doesn't explode, I'll be happy. Alright, let's see. This is basically where the door will be, is right here. So let's go ahead and make the catwalk go all the way around on the top. So then it's even with the windows and stuff. Alright, that looks pretty good. Now we just gotta figure out what we want to do for the bottom block here. Alright, I'm debating between the old school one here or the new sci-fi interior wall. I think I'm gonna do the old school. Okay, and then our catwalk across, and I think that will make a wall. I don't know if I really want the concrete 100%, but we're going to go ahead and keep it. There we go. Now we'll have space for some struts to come up to push the unit out of the hole. And then I'm rethinking this here will be our welder wall. So we'll just have pistons running in the ground here. Okay, there we go. Now we got a channel. We'll just take out all the rest of those. Let's see. We want this guy to be a conveyor. See, how many do I really need? These guys extend, what, 4 blocks, I think? I think I probably only need the 3. Let's get those welded up and extended out and see how it looks. Alright, so then I have this, and then I have the welders on the end of that. Alright, I'm changing my mind. Alright, we're going to use these. I want to try to make it look a little bit beefier. I think that's all I need. And then I'm just going to put the caps on the end here, just to give it some design. And then welder on the top and the bottom like that. Okay, then 3 on the bottom. That should do it. I think that looks pretty good. Let's see. Could we put some more structure in here and not have it look weird? Did I cover up the control panel? No? Okay. Let's put those in there. Looks decent. Alright, that feels like an okay speed. We'll have to test it out and see if we need to slow it down more. But there we go. That'll work. I don't think this is going to weld up anything on the walls here, right? Yeah, I don't even see a spark. That's not what that is intended for anyway, so we'll get the lobster in here to weld this up. Well, we're not quite sucked in all the way. We've got 1 block that we're sticking out, so we might be alright. That's 14 blocks long, and I think we're only like, what, 9 blocks on this thing? Okay, so we're 9 blocks long. We're 15 minus the ones of 14. So 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. That's as long as you can go. I feel like that's too far anyway. That looks awkward.
Energy
sticking out.
critical.
So, yeah, I think the 3 to 4 block max is what I'm going to go with. And we're going to keep this printer the way it is. And let's go get energy before I die. Alright, I think that looks really good. Let's go ahead and get the lobster and see if we can get this stuff welded up. There we go, we got our welder that will come in on the floor pistons here. I've got a merge block set up here. I think that will work for the unit itself, so it'll attach to that. Got a little bit of a, kind of a weird catwalk, but I'm afraid of it, you know, if I put like an actual catwalk here, you can build stuff on the end of them. And so I'm afraid like the door of somebody's unit will merge to it. So we've got this little funky block that we can't attach stuff to, so that's good. Alright, and then we still have to dig and get over to the base. That'll be what that tunnel is for at some point. But, yeah, we've got the main component of it done. Now we just need some struts in here to push the unit upward. Right, there we go. There's our shaft. We'll just leave these ends off so we can get the pistons in here. Let's weld these up first. Well, that's going to bring it right up to level. So I think that's decent. Let's see. Do I want... I think I'll just do like that. I was hoping to do, yeah, like these guys. Yeah, we'll do these on the side so then it doesn't conflict so bad. Oh, these take so much steel plate. I was just looking at this. We can't have this just solid. We need to have the lifts here too, because the units are probably going to be shorter than this one over here. This is for like max length. So we probably need to have these ones as well. All right, there we go. Got all the mechanisms done. This guy will lift up the unit all the way up to the top here. I think it's looking pretty good. There's a lot of programming and other things we need to do. We need to get the conveyors connected up to the rest of the system, but I think it's a pretty good start. All right, well, this week is my daughter's birthday and Acre's birthday, and I'm running out of time here. So instead of continuing on and getting conveyors and other stuff plugged into this, let's go ahead and take a little break, go over to the creative world, and take a look at the rest of the submissions for the Hab stuff. All right, we're back here in the creative world. We got 8 submissions this time. They all look really good. Let's go ahead and explore them. All right, first up we have the weather station by Gusto. That's really cool. I like the solar panel up on the top. That's a really nice touch. We got some spotlights and some, well, weather equipment, I would assume. Some antennas and decoys sticking out. All right, little skylights on the top. Let's go ahead and head inside. We got air blasting in our face. That's good news. Okay, nice survival kit entryway thing here. It looks like we got our little dining area with our kitchenette. We'll head upstairs here. Yeah, that's what I thought. It would be a bedroom, a little cryo room. Like it. Let's head down there last. Let's go ahead and head over here. All right, I love the weather forecast report here on the screens. That's a nice touch. Let's head in here. Looks like we got some auto close on the doors. That's nice. All right, so there's a hangar out here. That door is locked. That must be that exterior door. Let's get in here. Okay, yep. Got a little cargo access, little bike. And Oh, there is a button right there. Okay, that must be the cycle. It's trying to depressurize. Okay, very cool. Alright, nice. We got a little hover bike here. Let's go take a seat here and look at our toolbar. Let's see, what does this guy do? Action relay to send a signal. I wonder if that's for the hangar. Got a rear camera, our thrusters. Okay, brake thrust, normal thrust. Oh, dock view and docking up. That's nice. Very cool. Okay, let's turn on our thrusters. Let's unlock. Get to the forward-facing camera. Exo utility hover bike. Very good. Alright, let's see if number 4 cycles the airlock. Okay, well, I'm not sure exactly what that signal does, but I like that it's there. Alright, let's see if I can park back in here. Let's see, 8 was the backup camera. Well, there's our connector. I don't know exactly where it is aligned to our connector on the hover bike. There we go. Close enough. And we're all twisted, but that's fine. Let's go ahead and cycle our hangar again. Alright, and we had one more area to explore, was down here in the basement. Let's go ahead and head down. Alright, nice bathroom in there. Little living room, entertainment area, a bed, and a nice view out the front window here. Very nice. I like it. I like it a lot. Alright, next up we got the Alcor Luxury Martian Apartment by Black Plague. Nice boxy shape. I like it. I love the air conditioning unit sticking off the side with the strut supports. That's pretty good. Nice use of pipes on the sides. It looks like it's like a tri-level. That's really cool. Nice use of space. Alright, let's take a look at this one. Okay, nice rounded corridor. Little wind around. Little entry door, I like it. Let's head left. Alright, nice little dining area with a wood table and an aquarium. It looks like we've got a balcony outside. Very nice, we can spy on our neighbors. Hopefully we're on an end unit. I'll have to consider that when I install this one. Alright, let's go ahead and continue on this way. And a little door here to the left. Little stowage area. Cargo, and wow, a full assembler. I was not expecting that in here. Okay, we got a full assembler. Little cargo room. Nice. Okay, here's our main kitchen. We got our little kitchen, bar, little seating area. Nice view outside. That's awesome. Coffee bar. Gotta have a coffee bar. Let's see. We could head upstairs or we could go downstairs. Let's go ahead and head upstairs. Okay, nice views out the side. Let's just continue left over here. Okay, we got a nice lab room. That's really good. I like it. Okay, we'll continue on this way and turn left. Okay, nice view down to that kitchen living room area down there. Alright, this room we've got an office with a bookshelf. Nice view outside. There's our little air conditioning unit. Oh, there's another door over here. It keeps going. Okay, more stowage. Okay, this must be the master bedroom. We got some books and nice view outside. We got our couch and our bed. Okay, wow. You shoved a lot of stuff in here. This is awesome. Alright, now let's head to the low level. Swing around this way, come down the stairs. I really like that wall. That's really nice use of the armor panels. Okay, our nice view out to Mars. Okay, this guy stretches down. Okay, a little half bath. Another little bedroom. Oh wow, they got their own little ensuite. Alright, let's keep heading this direction. We had a window out to something. I'm not exactly sure what that is. I don't recognize it. Is that part of the assembler? Okay, and then in here we have another bedroom with another ensuite bathroom. Very cool. Wow, this thing is huge. Alright, well, I think we saw everything? I don't know. You seem to have shoved so many things into every little nook and cranny. I love it. I think we got everything. Very good. Very good job. Alright, next up we got another luxury apartment. This is the Duo Luxury Apartment by Lakerol. I am probably slaughtering that name and I'm sorry. All right, nice little front balcony with the wood deck. I like it. Little mini bars. Let's go ahead and head through the front door. Nice skylights on the top. All right, let's head inside this one. Okay, nice little entryway with some cargo access and a refill station. Wow, nice big kitchen. Well lit. I like it. Let's continue this direction. Okay, we got a vent. We are green, so that's good news. Okay, a little broadcast controller skylight there. Alright, nice little bedroom, desk, bed, ensuite, toilet, and shower. Alright, then we got another bed, shower, toilet combo, and a desk. Very good. Okay, so we got 2 bedrooms upstairs. Go ahead and head back down. Go through the little entryway here. Wow, nice big living room. We got an aquarium, entertainment center, big couch. Wow, nice big glass ceiling here to see out. I love it. Okay, we actually have a little mini airlock here. That's perfect. Come out here and sit on our balcony. Very good. That is awesome. Alright, well, we're deviating from the luxury apartments. Now we have the low rent apartment from SparkX. Alright, I like the use of the rusted armor around. That's pretty good. Fairly basic on the outside, which is what you'd expect from a low rent. Let's go ahead and head on the inside. Okay, got a little corner turn. Okay, greeted by a vending machine and some blinking lights. Nice, I like it. Okay, we got a room right here. Let's head on inside. Okay, a little sitting kitchen, bed. Nice. And they have their bathroom and shower. Nice compact little unit, I love it. Okay, we'll keep heading down. It looks like it's another similar room, so we got a bathroom here. Yep. Locker, bed, kitchen. This one doesn't have the chair, but that's okay. One more room here at the end of the hallway. A nice little bed, kitchenette, armory. Nice window out the front, and then I assume this is the bathroom. It is, very good. And then with these open vents here, it probably lets air through each compartment, so that's pretty good. I like that. Very cool. I like it a lot. That flickering light is also a really good touch. This is going to go well with Game Dork Slums. Alright, next up we have the Industrial Assembly Apartment by TimeWolverine. Nice little blocky exterior. This one did have a little bit of an issue on the bottom side. These armor panels were conflicting with these blast doors, so I had to take them off. But I'll try to find a way to fix it up. We'll see. Alright, let's head inside this guy. Alright, we got the small appliance assembly. Here we got a button here to turn on and off the assemblers. This one plays a sound block. Okay, sounds like a little bit of ambient music. And then this is our light switch here. Okay, so we got an assembler here with some speed modules. Cargo containers, shelving. Nice piping around, refill station. And then here's our small appliance delivery system, I guess. We got our fridge, our microwave, and our oven coming through the piping here. Very nice. It looks really good. I did have a bit of an issue with this one. It was conflicting, these armor panels here were conflicting with the blast doors, so I did have to remove those. I'll have to think about how I want to fix that. Maybe we'll just change out the blast doors for something else for this unit, or we'll put it on like the bottom floor where it won't matter. That might be a good idea. The front ones don't look like it's going to be a problem, because they're on the other side of this wall, so I don't think we're going to see any of that, so that should be fine for pressurization. Awesome. Very good addition. I like it. Alright, we got the SLAECI escape module. I know it's subliminal automation / ECI, but I kind of like the merge there of SLAECI. So this one is definitely going to test the world with the Clang. I couldn't even get this guy moved into position with the ship. I had to paste it in here and then rebuild the wall around it, because all of this stuff was not wanting to play nicely together. But now that's just pasted in, it's pretty stable. Let's go around the side and take a look. Let's head in the door here. A little airlock. Okay, we got doors to each escape pod. Love it. 5, 6, 7, 8. There's a lot of pods here. Okay, got 1, 2, 3, 4 on that side. Alright, so we have 16 pods, and then we got a control center over here. Let's go ahead and hop in. Anything on the screens? Nope, doesn't look like it. Alright, so we got reversing all the pistons, turning them on and off. Let's see. Doing one side or the other, I would assume. Let's just go ahead and extend them all and see what happens. Our pistons are on, so let's go ahead and get into spectator before we do this. Okay, they all extend out, I love it. Alright, that one kind of barely extends out, so we might have to be careful of what's above it. We won't get the luxury apartment balcony above this guy. That might cause some conflicts. Very cool, I love it. Let's go ahead and hop into one of the modules. Obviously you'd hop into it before you extend out these pistons. Alright, let's take number 1 here for a ride. Alright, let's turn on our thrusters, disconnect the connectors, and push forward. Okay, these are definitely zippy. Alright, I love this. We're definitely gonna have to be careful placing this into the vanilla world because it is a clang fest. I'm excited to see what this is gonna do to our world. We'll just drop him right there, that's good. Alright, awesome. I love it. Let's go ahead and turn this guy's thrusters back off and see if we can get this guy to retract back in. Ooh, that's nice and loud. Let's hop out and get over here while that's going on. That's pretty loud. Well, it looks like one side wants to go in a lot smoother than the other. We're caught up to something over here. It was working smoothly. Alright, next up we got Nerd's Recon Pod Apartment by Supernerd. Love it, got his classic colors on it. Well, this one was definitely easy to put in. It flew itself in there, so that was good. Nice piping on the side, love it. O2 tanks. O2 generator up there. Nice windows and lighting and a broadcast controller on the side. Alright, let's head inside here. Nice vent on the floor, we're fully pressurized, that's good. Alright, to the left there's our O2 generator, cargo access, weapons. Nice little desk and aquarium. Little pipe routing around the side. There's that broadcast controller we saw stuck out the side. Okay, a little bed there. Window over to our big giant thruster there, I love it. Okay, and then there's our cockpit on the front. Nice big view, that's really good. Alright, we got our little kitchenette. And a toilet. And then this goes out... Oh, I just vented everything out. This just goes out to the thruster bank out here. It's cargo access and a ladder down. Alright, let's take him out for a little bit of a flight. Slowly come out. Those O2 tanks are a little tight. Alright, nice. It's definitely got, it's got a lot of gyro, but not a lot of side thrust with those tiny little ones. Nice. I like it. Nice little cruising apartment, and we can dock back in. Very good. Alright, well, we'll dock that guy back up later. Alright, and last but not least, we got the TBG Apartment by ThatBritishGamer. Nice little flag of England red cross up here on the top. Very good. Well, let's take a look on the inside of this one. Alright, nice VTOL hologram there. I like it. Some Union Jack flags on the side. Perfect. Alright, we got a green dot. We are pressurized. Got a nice little desk lab over here. That's really good. This side we got our little kitchenette, aquarium, more storage and our screen. So that's our little living room area. Nice windows out the side. And let's head in this way. Nice use of the glass door here for the shower and toilet room. Okay, more desks. We got another door over this way. Alright, nice. Got a bed and your, I'm gonna go with those are teacups rather than coffee cups. It is British after all, right? Alright, and then out this door we've got a nice patio that's actually pressurized. Perfect. I love the use of the bay windows there. That looks really good. Awesome. Solid build. And I'm gonna go have to find this VTOL on the workshop because that looks pretty neat. Alright, there we go. 8 more solid submissions for the apartment complex. We got our printer built. We just need to get it plumbed up and programmed, and we'll start getting these modules in. I'm excited. So stay tuned for next episode, and I will see you guys later.